Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was looking to, at a certain point, get back to my draft. One of the other things I was looking to do was knock out basically the end of my dailies. I'm really surprised at this point that the pre-release or the current season or the Avatar set ends in 10 more hours. And normally when that happens, it'll reset everything. If I'm already through all my rings, these will reset. And same with my daily quests. If I have no daily quests, it'll give me 3 new daily quests. They normally at this point in the store have already put the next pass on pre-sale, and they have not done that. I know they're currently have the next set in out for the pre-testers or for the evaluation, so I don't really know what's going on there. But at a certain point I might take a little bit of play offline just to make sure I can get my 3 rings done, or I don't know. I'm not gonna put more than about 45 minutes in. Boom, boom. I'm probably gonna regret it if I don't pull blue, but I have the ley line. Optimistic Scavenger. So Eerie, whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That's kind of nice. A 2/2 with Menace. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters, you may draw a card. If you do, draw a card. Do this only once each turn. That's a little problematic for me. I probably should have mulliganed here. Or going back to I'm just passing. Yeah, this does not necessarily look promising. Miss 2 mana drops. A hospital room. So it gets +1/+1 counters. Whenever you attack, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. Yeah, or nothing I can do at this point. It's just push, push, or pass, pass. And that's, yeah, this is not going to end well for me. Because when he attacks with he gets to surveil, so he can guarantee what he's going to be pulling in next. At a certain point, I should probably just good game and bail. I really hate to do that. At least it gets me a little bit more in it. I lost my urn. Or going back to I can keep 3 damage from, or 4 damage from coming through. I don't have a lot until I can get into some blue. At this point, basically everything's blue. So, at a certain point, I'm just dragging this out. Trials of Agony. I should have done the 1 damage back to him. It could have been any target. Vengeful Possession. And that's game. So much for dragging it out. But yeah, very effective. But moving on. This time, hopefully I can get a little bit better draw. Alright, we're just waiting on him. And hello. Something I don't normally do. Good game. Good game. I guess it's a good thing to say it up front. It's more like, good game to you. Normally I save it to the end when it's like, it's been a good game. Forest cycling is after some land. So at this point I can almost wait to counter his spell if I wanted to. Whenever I manifest, I get to keep the other card, which is really nice. So I'm going to manifest that and take mine back into my hand. Which works about as great as I would have expected. The Greenhouse. Lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. Go for my next manifest. I'll take my land too, please. That's almost not fair. That's hitting hard and fast. Seized from slumber. But I can just re-equip that for flying. So I can look to basically counter his next spell or to manifest Dread again. For 3, that doesn't leave me enough to do, and for 4 I don't have enough to do it either. Murder is an instant or counter. Let's see what he's up to. He's depending on what he's looking to play. Surgical Strike. Less from the graveyard to your hand. He doesn't have one. I'm just going to counter it. In fact, I'm not quite sure. I'd still have one more counter. and a murder if I need. Mill 4 and then return 2. So the living phone. You can get one of his crypts out. I'm wondering if he's actually has a bunch of doors. He took both of his phones. When this creature dies, you look at the top 5 cards of your library. Hit a creature with power 2 or less and put it into your hand. My turn. Probably should have attached it on the other one. Ticket booth. So here I could counter that one. Or no, I can't. So he gets to manifest dread. The cracked skull allows me to get him to discard. The Arabella. The exercise. The manifest dread. Neither of them really do me a lot of good. Sorry, fear of lost teeth. I'm assuming he's gonna... That's weird. Because if he would have blocked, I could have used the one to finish him off. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is my game, and there's nothing he can do about it. So, yeah. Should look to see where I'm at in my dailies. Need to cast creature spells, play lands, and blue or green. I was just questioning the legitimacy of doing one more of the matches on my draft deck. If it's as quick as the last two, then it'll be fine. One up against a silver. Some people do put a bunch of time into drafting, and here's where it's like I really wouldn't mind keeping it. The ley line goes down immediately. I have a bunch of mana. And that's even worse. Why did I end up with the... keep my creature. Return my murderers. It's the only thing I can't play. So, it is what it is. And there's my black. So, no worries. I do kind of like the tiny bones. That's interesting artwork, too. Grab the prize. Manifest Dread. Because I almost hate to bury my bottomless pool. It's one of the things about Manifest that you can make it work with like a graveyard enchantment deck or a pullback deck. I probably could have done a little bit better if I was... That was kind of a weird noise. The Brood Sprinter, when it enters Surveil 2, has Reach. It's a 2/3 with Reach. Which doesn't necessarily bode well for me because I don't have anything that can boost my... Just a second. Random kitty outside. Absolute sidetracked, sorry. Manifest. It's gonna pull my land. And no attacks. But now I at least have a 4/3 I can push with on him. The piggy bank, and when it dies, create a treasure token. So let's see how this goes. Overlord. Yeah, that doesn't actually bode well for me. I had the option to pull on that. He can do impending for 2. That isn't actually the one that I had. Whenever this permanent enters attacks, you may return a non-avatar card or a planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. So he just realized my ley line is a pain in his rear. Because he went to mill those cards and wasn't able to get any of them. So... I'm still kind of hopeful on what this might turn out to be. I mean, just as a 5/5, that's going to be a problem unless I can get into some of my control. When it enters, search your library for basic land, put it into your hand. Delirium, it gets +1/+2 and has vigilance as long as there are 4 more cards in your graveyard. Well, you don't have a graveyard, so that's convenient. So, options. Because I can put a plus... I mean, he can get big enough to kill the other one. If I manifest, I can get both. I don't have enough mana to do... I'm actually wondering about maybe doing an encounter. That player now has to sacrifice one. Attack with you. And you will die. And now when I do my erratic apparition, or let's see how this goes. That 5/5 is going to be a little bit of a pain. I don't really have much for, like, draw engine. Good game. Three, 4 with Ward 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2 cards. That's an interesting take. Because for 3, I was wondering if I wanted to actually do my manifest, get my other creature up, as opposed to doing my counter. At least I get my murder. Sorry about that. Where did I leave off? No attacks. And back to what I probably should have done sorry there. Let's see how... Because at a certain point I am feeling pretty comfortable with the amount of control I have. At the beginning of your second main phase, if it's tapped, you gain 2 life. That's pretty nice. He is definitely out pushing me. Lifelink and Delirium. When he actually comes up, I could return him. If I murder this one... He'll come back without summoning sickness, though, so I need to almost save that as an instant. Next. No attacks. Yeah, this is not that great for me. Or I thought he actually got the impending off this round. When you unlock this door, you may draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. Grab the prize. Yeah, this is not boding well for me. The 2 lifelink. I should at least be able to block the 2. Surveil 1. He did seemingly build part of his deck around... because one of the things that I could do here is the pool. Let's Play a Game only has 4. Twist Reality. I don't have any instants in here. No, I do. Enchantment. I don't have any sorceries, I guess. What do I want to do here? If I kill his 3/4... I don't have a lot of options here. I should have almost tried to go for his... The 2 cards is kind of nice. And I can counter his it when he goes to cast it next round. Let's see what he does. He's going to actually have to be discarding because he has so many options. I mean, it's a sacrifice if I do it. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is pretty much game because that's 6 damage coming through. And yeah, this is its game. I should just concede. I'm at 2 life and he's at 20. Reach. A 4/2 with reach. And an unstoppable slasher. That's problematic for me. Good game. I mean, it's over right now. He has way more ability to hit me than I can deal with. I can't unlock that, right? 5? I can. But I can't actually get it through. So, just drawing it out at this point. Because yeah, he can just push and game. So, kind of anticlimactic conclusion to my draft, but 500 coins. Claim my 1 pack and my 100 gems. So in this case, I actually broke even because 100 gems is the equivalent of 1 pack. So I got 5 packs for my 5,000 coins. And yeah, I'm happy with that, even though it was kind of an early bust. Because yeah, I got a bunch of coins and knocked out one of my dailies. So with that, I look forward to doing some Magic in the future.